Hey everyone, hope your day is going well. And no matter how your day is going, I bet it involved some scrolling, right? As it did in mine. So I was scrolling around on YouTube where we are right now, and I came across this title with the thumbnail. So it said the most complicated football league in the world, and then I looked, that looks like my country, Belgium, which already has one of the most complicated political systems. Uh, you know, I reacted to a video that also talked a little bit about that. We can't even figure it out. And now this might be a video about Belgian football league. I don't know. The map looked like it was Belgian, so I guess it is. I don't really follow Belgian football anymore. I used to a lot. I used to. And it changed a little bit. There's playoffs now and stuff. There used to be not. If you have the Premier League, like in England, we have the Jupiler League, which is a beer, right? So that tells you how much beer is ingrained in our culture. And it used to be, you play all season, you get a few points, and whoever ends up at the first place with the most points is the winner of the season, right? The champion. But now I think it's changed with playoffs at the end. Points are cut in half or something. I don't know. I don't know. So maybe this will be explained. I don't even know if it's a Belgian person who's going to explain this to me. Oh man, this is a long.
Take a look at this table. At first glance, it
yes. These are Belgian teams. Brugge. Oh. Any people from West Flanders here? Anderlecht and such. Yeah, all right. Okay, so this is about Belgium. All
doesn't
right.
seem to make much sense. Firstly, Club Brugge's tally of 21 wins and 12 draws doesn't equate to 50 points. Secondly, Union Saint-Gilloise have a better record than Club Brugge, so why aren't they top? And finally...
Wait a second. So you get 3 points, as far as I remember, for a win. So that would be 60, and then 1 point for a draw, 63, and then another 12 on top. I guess that's after the slashing in half that I mentioned. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Why do relegated RVDM only have 7 fewer points than Cercle Brugge, who qualified for the Europa League? Welcome to the Belgian Pro League. It's broken, but they might just be about Belgium, to fix it.
Now we're going to hear it, guys.
Belgium's issues...
If there's any Belgians watching and you know more about this, the league, please let me know, man. I need to get back into it. I just didn't have any time, in the recent years.
Began in the summer of 2009, when its league football faced a crossroads. In the 1970s and 80s, Belgian teams had done relatively well in European competitions. But in the late 90s and 2000s, performances had started to decline. And
that's where I was a fan of it. Hey, sometimes we get into the Europa League and stuff, but, come on, man. There's big teams out there. They're throwing a lot of money at players and stuff.
Country slipped to 14th in UEFA's coefficient rankings, a ranking system used to determine Europe's best football leagues. The country's big teams decided that the reason for this was that they were playing too many low-quality games. They felt they weren't learning enough from games against the smaller teams in the Belgian Pro League, and that this was making the competition less appealing to good foreign players. So, to counteract this, they came up with a system that would, in theory, see the biggest teams play each other more often.
Hey, this looks like Olivier de Schacht. I don't know. I think it is Anderlecht, right?
And the result of this is one of the strangest league systems in the world. Now, the league has had various different setups since 2009, but we'll do our best to explain the current one. And you'll have to bear with us, because it is complicated. Now, the Belgian Pro League starts with...
Why is everything in Belgium so complicated? Oh my God, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. For such a small country, what's happening?
Regular season, where the 16 teams play each other home and away. This bit is relatively ordinary, except that if 2 teams finish on the same number of points, then the team who finishes higher in the league is decided by the number of wins, before going down to goal difference. This is why Cercle Brugge finished above Genk in the 23-24 season, despite having a lower goal difference, and why Genk finished above Ghent.
It's so funny to hear people who speak English saying, like Flemish or Dutch cities, because we would say Ghent or Genk, right? Hey, this is fun.
Then the league splits into 3 playoffs. The top 6 teams enter the championship group, the middle 6 enter the Conference League playoff group, and the bottom 4 enter the relegation round.
Wow,
The
you already
championship
lost me,
group
man.
play each other home and away once more for the chance to win the title, but not before having their points tally cut in half. So for example,
Yeah, I
Union
remember
Saint-Gilloise went from 70 to 35 points. Now if a team has an odd number of points, their total is rounded up. So Cercle Brugge and Genk began the playoffs on 24 points. They do this because in theory it inserts more excitement into the competition. If Anderlecht were 20 points ahead before this stage, for example, they're only 10 ahead now.
Yeah, I do know there's division in people who are don't really like this system, and it doesn't really make sense. And some people who like it because it does maybe introduce an extra level of suspense, because now more things are possible, I guess, in terms of who becomes champion. But then the team who has played great and consistent all year round could possibly not win the championship. I could see why that would cause a little bit of division and controversy.
But the same division occurs in the Conference League playoff, but it doesn't in the relegation round. It's not completely evident why, perhaps because it feels a bit more unfair. But it does explain why Charleroi ended up with a points tally that seems like it should have been enough to get them into the Europa League. And from here on out, you'd think it would be relatively straightforward, but it isn't. For example, take a look at this table going into the final day of last season's championship playoff. It looks as though Club Brugge have wrapped up the league because they've got a 3-point lead over Union Saint-Gilloise and Anderlecht, and they have more wins and a better goal difference than both. But the league isn't done yet. And that's because the first differentiator between teams at this stage is whether or not their points tally from the regular season was rounded up after it was cut in half. Club Brugge had 51 points originally, so they started the playoff with a rounded up tally of 26. That meant that if Union Saint-Gilloise won on the final day and Club Brugge lost, then they would have leapfrogged them to win the league. Anderlecht had also had their tally rounded up, but they still stood a chance of winning too, despite their inferior goal difference. That is because the second decider at the playoff stage is a team's final position in the regular season. Anderlecht had come second and Club Brugge had come fourth, so if Union Saint-Gilloise had lost too, then Anderlecht could have won the league. As it was, Club Brugge...
Oh my god. I knew almost nothing before going in this video. I'm just more confused.
Brugge held on to win the title and earned an automatic spot in the Champions League phase. Union Saint-Gilloise got into the Champions League qualifiers by finishing second, while Anderlecht and Cercle Brugge progressed to the Europa League qualifiers. Fifth-placed Genk then faced off against Ghent, who'd won the Conference League playoff group in a one-off match to decide who qualified for the Europa Conference League. While Antwerp, who'd finished third in the regular season, did not get a shot at European football at all. So it's safe to say that the format has been controversial. Many feel that the playoffs are unfair.
I get it, though.
Union Saint-Gilloise have finished top of the regular season for 2 out of the past 3 years, but are yet to win a league title. And there have been several attempts to oust the playoff format too. After its first season, a majority of the then 18 top-flight sides voted to return to a regular league system. But as with most things in Belgian football, it wasn't that simple. When it comes to making decisions over the Pro League, the G5, who are the top 5 clubs based on performances over the past 5 seasons, have double the voting rights at council meetings. Given that the current system increases their chances of obtaining European football and the money that comes with it, understandably, most have been reluctant to vote the playoff system out despite its unpopularity. But now things are set to change. A vote taken in February 2025 has confirmed that the Belgian Pro League will be switching to an 18-team round-robin league without playoffs from the 26-27 season. A new TV deal with DAZN has helped this, although the proposed changes only passed narrowly at the Pro League General Assembly, securing 34 votes, just above the required minimum of 33 out of 49.
That's interesting.
The system is far from perfect, but there is a hope that this will finally see one of the most bizarre league systems in Europe resolve itself. However, with so many tweaks over the past decade, don't rule out a whole new proposal in a few years' time.
It's Belgium, guys.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the
Hey, okay. I have hope. I have hope. We've been having some struggles in Belgium lately, but I guess it's political struggles and stuff. But I guess that's not uniquely exclusive to our country, right? When you look at what's going on in the rest of the world, but I guess it always, even politics finds its way into football and stuff. You know, dang. I hope they can figure out this new league. Seems a better way to go. What do football fans think of this, especially Belgian football fans who know a lot more than me and maybe even more than the person who made this video of this? Yeah, I definitely need to check out some more football videos too, man. I used to love the game. Used to play it all the time. Used to play FIFA all the time as well. Man, it's been a while though. It's been a while. Yeah, so please let me know and yeah, send me some recommendations for football videos too, man. We need to get up on current business. Thank you for being here. Peace.